Breakfast and we're getting ready to head to the grocery store, so we'll be gone pretty much the whole day since it's a long trip there and a long trip back. Plus we do big bulk shopping, but we're gonna go ahead and get dinner made so that when we come back, all I have to do is take it out of the fridge, pop it in the oven, and I don't have to worry about wanting to pick up pizza or fast food on the way home. Because if I don't do it now, by the time we get done with grocery shopping and kids and everything, I'm not going to want to cook dinner when we get back. So, super simple for tonight. We're going to make a chicken and potato casserole. This could even be a dish that you put in the freezer, especially with school coming back up. You can make this ahead, put it in the freezer, and then pull it out and cook it from frozen. I'll put the instructions down below for how to do that. But for today, we're just going to make it, pop it in the fridge, and then when we get home, be able to pop it straight into the oven. We're going to start with about 1 cup of sour cream, and I am going to use my baking dish as my mixing bowl also. To this, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of milk. We need 1 can of cream of chicken. I usually prefer cream of mushroom, but this Campbell's one, this one in particular, doesn't have those chunks of chicken. Which the chunks of chicken are good, but I don't know. I like the full soup so it mixes smoothly, and then I can add the chicken in. Next up, we need about a little less than 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. I do not feel like shredding anymore, and I need to get out the door, so I'm using what I have in this bag, and I'm going to add a little bit of some other cheeses also. You want 2 cups of cheese, but save a little bit for the top. So we'll use one of these other cheeses for our topping. I'm just doing like a handful of parsley just to give it some color. So normally I would chop up an onion, but again, I don't want to deal with that right now. So 1 small onion diced up, or I'm going to add in some of my dehydrated onions. Liquid.
Dehydrated onions. I know how they're dehydrated.
How are they dehydrated?
Because they didn't have any water.
That's exactly right. So we're going to add about 1 cup of diced bell pepper. You can use any kind you want. This is just some that I bought and diced, put in the freezer to have on hand.
You could have sliced it with your hand.
So you want about 1 bell pepper's worth.
Boo.
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 What is this?
Ooh, we're about to add that.
Ooh, that looks yummy.
It is yummy.
I really want to eat it right now.
Next up, we're going to add about 1 cup of cooked chicken. We're going to dice it up. I'm just using some chicken that I've already cooked in the pressure cooker, and I probably can just break this up. And then you want to take either one of these boxes of Hungry Jack potato mix or potato hash browns and just rehydrate them like it says, like you're pouring in hot water, or you can use a bag of frozen hash browns that you've thawed.
That looks yummy.
Yeah.
Well, what's in it? What's in it?
Chicken and potatoes.
Chicken and potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
And what is this?
Cheese.
Wow.
So now that we have this all in there, we're going to mix it all together.
Italian cheese?
Mm-hmm.
I love Italian cheese.
Alright, so we have it mostly mixed. We're going to add our seasoning on top and then do our final mix. We're just going to sprinkle some Italian seasoning over the top. Now I'm not adding any salt or anything right now because the cheese is pretty salty and the cream of chicken is pretty salty, even though we usually try to use like a low sodium. But when it comes out of the oven, we will add some seasoned salt to it depending on how salty it tastes. Press it into the pan. You don't have to press it down hard, but just kind of smooth it out. So we're going to add just a little bit more cheese right on top, wrap it up, and then when we come back for dinner tonight, we'll add crushed potato chips to the top to give it that crunchy texture, potato texture on top. And we will see y'all back when it's time to get this in the oven this evening. Okay, y'all, so we've let this sit out for a few minutes and I've got the oven preheating to 375. We're just going to take some random bags of salty potato chips and crush some up over the top. So this will help us. I mean, you can buy like 2 of those little bags of potato chips, preferably Lay's or something, but this will help us use up some of these, like the end bags of chips where all the crumbs and everything that nobody ever eats, but they always save. And this one bag will probably be enough. But we're just crushing these and they will go on top to give us a little crunch. Alright, so we're going to pop this in the oven at 375 for about 40 minutes. We'll keep an eye on it. If it starts to get too brown on top, you can always cover it. But I don't typically cover it unless I'm cooking it from frozen. You know, if you're cooking from frozen, you definitely need to cover it because you have to cook it for a lot longer.
And just like that, dinner is ready. So this took about 45 minutes in the oven. Now remember, we did let it sit out for a few minutes before we popped it in the oven just to take that initial chill off and also so our casserole dish doesn't break. But we got that yummy, cheesy texture as well as the crispiness from our potato chips. We're just serving it alongside a little side salad and calling it a very easy dinner night. Nothing too much fuss and yummy and filling some belly. So hopefully you give it a try and let us know what you think. And we will see y'all next time. Have a good night.